Hello everyone. So welcoming you back in the last session of this sample paper of 2024-25. So I hope you are clear with all the four sections which are already explained by me in the previous videos. So if you have not gone through, then I'll share the link in the description box and you can check all the four sections with a complete explanation. Okay, so we are on the last section and this is a small section. So, the last section in which we have the network related question is a expected part only. So in this sample paper also you will get some expected questions. We are starting from question number 36. So 36 is Surya is a manager working in a recruitment agency. He needs to manage the records of various candidates. For this, he wants the following information of each candidate to be stored. You have the candidate ID of integer type, candidate name of string type, designation is string type, and experience which is in float. You as a programmer of the company have been assigned to do this job for Surya. Suggest what type of file. We are working with three types of files, actually CSV and the text file. They both are text files only. This is tab separated and this is comma separated values. And then we have the binary file will use to store the data. That's correct only. Give one reason for your selection. Give one reason to support your answer. So what you will support, which type of file you will, ask them to store the data. So normally I think the easiest one is the text file only because it's quite easy to maintain the data in the text file as per me. But you can go for any of the answer, anything is fine. So a text file is really easy to maintain. A text file will allow you to access, store, and what all other operations are there, etc. A text file will allow you to access, store the data easily. So I'll suggest you to go for text file, and text file is what? .txt extension. Okay, that's the answer for first one. But again, I am repeating, this is not the only answer. You can go for CSV also, and you can give your reason for CSV, like the comma separated values. We have the spreadsheet, actually files are the comma separated value, and you have the binary files also. So binary file I am not saying, otherwise for computer point of view binary files are good, but for a human being to work on binary file is quite tough because these are unreadable form. Okay, so it's a little tough to work with binary file. So I'm going with text file only. Now the second one, write a function to input the data of a candidate and append it in the file that you suggested in part 1 of this question. So I suggested the text file, so I'm going with text file only. So they are asking you to go for adding the data, so I'm just going for add. Okay, so the name of the function I have taken as add, and what all details. First you will create the file handle. So file is equal to open, and this is the file for the candidate. So it's a candidate.txt, right? And in append mode they are saying, so a mode. Now what all details you have to enter? It's a candidate ID, candidate name, designation, and experience. Candidate ID, CID is equal to ID is integer type. So you go for int input and then enter candidate ID. Okay, then closing of it. Then candidate name is there. So CNAME is equal to, very well, this input function will allow you to enter the data in string form. So enter CNAME. Done. Okay, this is the single bracket only because I have not converted it into any other data type. Now the third value is designation, which is of string type, and experience. For designation, DESIG. So designation is a string type only. Enter input, enter designation. Okay, and the fourth one is experience. So E is equal to, which is in float type they are saying. So float input and then enter the experience. Okay, so this is the closing of this one, and then the closing of the explicit type conversion. Now store all these values at one place. So I'm writing here record is equal to, we have CID and then add it with a space. So CID, then we have CNAME, add it with a space, and then designation, add it with a space, and then E, experience. Well, CID is of integer type, and you know very well if you want to store it into file, you need to convert it into string. This is already in a string, this is already in a string, and this also you can convert it into a string. Okay, and the whole thing you just write it down. So the name of your file handle is file. So file dot, what you will write here, write function. Perfect. And the value is inside which variable? Record variable. So record. Done. And then finally you have to close it. So you can just close it, file dot close, and you can just call this function. So the name of the function is what? Add function, that you can invoke, right? You can just write it down, add here, and you can invoke it. So well, this is done only. So now let us open the IDLE so that we can execute this question. So I'm open IDLE. Okay, and I'll take the name of the function as add only there. We have multiple files, so it's better for you to take it in script mode. Go to file and then new file. Here is the new file and def add. Okay, so first you create the mode of it, right? So the mode file is equal to, what you will write, open, and then the name of the file is candidate.txt. In append mode they are saying, you know very well what is append mode. The first value is CID, so its CID is equal to int input, enter the ID. Okay, now the second one is CNAME, so CNAME is equal to input, enter the name. Okay, the third one is designation and experience. So we have designation is equal to, it's also in string only, so input, enter the designation, enter the designation, and experience is equal to, it is in float, so you will write input, and then here you write enter the experience. Okay, all the four values, and then finally record is equal to, the first is CID, okay, plus space, then CNAME plus space, then designation plus space, and then experience. What all values are in integer, you need to convert it into string. Okay, it's compulsory to convert. These two are already in string only, and this also you convert it into string. So I converted, this is the explicit type conversion, and then with the help of this handle file dot write, you can write down this record into the file. Okay, record, done. So now I'm going to, yeah, you need to call it also. So where, how, add function we are calling from here. You go to run and it will ask you to save your file. So I'm saving it on the, in the download folders. So in download I'm saving it with 1.1.py. It is question 36, right? Question 36 Python file downloads, right? Now it is asking for ID, enter the ID. So ID is one string value, so ID is integer value 101, name is Megha, designation is teacher, and experience is 10. Okay, so the data is saved. Now we have to go for downloads, downloads, and here there will be one file with name candidate. Here it is. So just double click on it and you can check the data. It is coming here. Okay, so 101 Megha teacher and 10.0. Like that you can add one more record here. Okay, you just run this again. So ID is 102, name is Priya, experience is, designation is teacher, experience is 5. So done. And now you can open it again, the file. You can't open it, from this. You have to open it again. Okay. So can you see it is coming in the same place? So you can add one /n also there. Okay. You can add here one /n to store the data into new line. So now the record will come in new line. Okay. So 103, name is Saurabh, designation is teacher, experience is 15. Okay, done. You can close this, and when you will go to downloads where the file is, you can check your file with 3, and here this time you can see the file is, the data is coming in next line because I added that new line character. So well, this is perfect only. I hope you are clear with this question. So moving to the next one, the second part, write a function to input the data of a candidate and append it in the file. This is done only, the second part. Now the third part, write a function to read the data from the file that you suggested in part 1 of this question and display the data of all those candidates whose experience is more than 10. So if we will check the basic difference in between this question and the previous one is, in the previous question they were asking us to input the data, but in this question we have to read the data which you have actually entered in the previous one, the second part, input the data of the candidate and all the 4 records we have entered, candidate ID, name, designation and experience. Okay, enter the data properly so that you will get the output also in a proper way. Well, here the quite simple code is required. We just have to read the data from the file section. So go for it without wasting our time. We know very well the def is a keyword which is used to create a function, and we have to display it. So I'm just taking the name of the function as display. Now we have to open the file handle. So file is equal to open, and what is the name of the file? It is candidate.txt. candidate.txt, and we just have to read the data, so in read mode. And now you can just execute the for loop here. So we have for, and then we have the record in the file. Okay, and you need to split the data. So data is equal to just this record you have to split with respect to the world. So you will use the split function. We haven't used any special character. If you remember, I just gave a space. So this split function by default will work with respect to that space only. And now you will use the if condition. So we have to work, the if condition is working with respect to what? Experience. So experience is the 4th value. Okay, so the data is getting separated in a form of a list. So if you want to go for the last value of this data, what you will write? First, you should be clear with the data type of it. So my data is getting saved in a form of a float value. So here also you need to convert it into float, and then data, and the last value is at position -1. The reverse indexing, if you are taking, it is going to work from right most to left side. Okay, this value should be greater than 10. If it is greater than 10, then you can print the record. So print record. Okay, so this is the code, and finally you can call this display function, display. Okay, let us execute the code now. So I'll go to this and here I'll write it down. Display is the name of the function, and then you will write the file handle is equal to open, and the name of the file is candidate. So candidate.txt, and in which mode you will open it? In read mode, right? This is done. File has been opened, and now we have to fetch the record of it. So file record in, for record in file, right? And then we have to fetch the data. So data is equal to this record. You have to separate with the help of a split function. If you remember, I have not taken any of the special character like comma or anything, any delimiter I didn't put in the entering of the data. So for me, the split function will work as a blank one only, because by default it is working with the space. Okay, now I'll use a condition here. If the experience I entered as float, so you need to convert it into float data at position -1, and that should be greater than 10. So in that case, you will print the record. The whole record will be printed, and finally we have to call this function. Not here, it's downside, you can take it. Okay, so I'm invoking or calling this function. So let us check it's working or not. So well, I is not defined. Oh, not I, this is -1, not I. Okay, this is a printing mistake. So go to run module and check it again. So well, can you see it is coming as 1, 2, 3. Only Saurabh is coming. Let me open my file. So this is my file and I am taking the experience value should be greater than 10. So this is 10, which is not coming. This is less than 10 and this is 15. So that's what the data is only coming. So next we have the most expected question for all the years. So we have the networking question. Event Horizon Enterprises is an event planning organization. It is planning to set up its India campus in Mumbai with its head office in Delhi. The Mumbai campus will have 4 building blocks: admin, food, media, and decorators. You can see here the Mumbai block is given, this one, and admin, food, media, and decorators. You as a network expert need to suggest the best network related solution for this to solve the issues problem mentioned in points 1 to 5, keeping in mind the distances between the different blocks or buildings and other given parameters. So here you can see the different distances are given. From admin to food, it is 42 meters. It is 42 meters. And then we have admin to media. It is 96 meters. And next we have the admin to decorators is 48 meters. Admin to decorators is 48 meters. Then food to media is 58. Food to media is 58. And food to decorators is 42. Food to decorators is this one. Food to decorator is 42 meters, right? Now the next is the distances, and now the number of computers. The distance of Delhi head office from Mumbai campus is 1500 kilometers. Number of computers in each of the block center is as follows. Admin is having 25, food 18, media 30, decorators 20, and Delhi head office is 18. Now suggest the most appropriate location of the server inside the Mumbai campus. Justify your choice. So Mumbai campus is this only, where admin, food, media, and decorators are there. Admin, food, media, and decorators, these 4. In this you have to check the maximum number of computers. So under media you have the maximum number of computers. So well, obviously you will go for your suggestion will be for media only to keep the server, because here I am writing media, and the reason is because here the maximum number of computers are installed. So next is, which hardware device will you suggest to connect all the computers within each building? It is hub or switch. Normally hub and switch is always given for the connection purpose. Draw the cable layout to efficiently connect the various buildings within the Mumbai campus. Which cable would you suggest for the most efficient data transfer over the network? Which cable you will suggest is the most efficient cable for the data transfer? So which cable, if that money is not a matter, then definitely the fiber optic is the best cable, very well. But yeah, if you have to consider the budget and all, then you can suggest for twisted pair or copper cable also. But here as such money related to nothing is mentioned. So obviously the fiber optic cable is the best cable among all the different types of cables. Okay, now draw the cable layout to efficiently show this one. So you can see the layout is admin block is there, which is connected to all. So normally we are going with the star topology only, in which all there is so yeah, I think the layout which is most appropriate for this is Mumbai, under Mumbai, admin to food, admin to media, and admin to decorator. So that's which question it is. So this is the third part, the layout one. Yeah, so we have the admin to food. First admin, food, media, and decorators. Admin, food, media, and decorators. Okay, so well, you can go for star topology. So this is the best layout, I think. You can check the distance also, which is given in meter, and then you will find this is the best layout. Okay, so this is done. Now, is there a requirement of a repeater in the given cable layout? Why and why not? So you please check it. Now here the cable is this range only is given 42 meters, 96, 48, 58 and 42. So repeater we are using for long distances, which is above 100 meters normally, approximately. But here no distance is above 100 meters. So in that case, definitely the the repeater is not required. So there is no use of repeater, right? What would be your recommendation for enabling live visual communication between the admin office and the Mumbai campus and the Delhi head office for the following options? Email is not a live, telephony to definitely not, instant messaging is also not. So the right answer is the video conferencing, which will allow you to go for the live video thing. Okay, we are well aware with all this, right? So now the next is, which type of network, PAN, LAN, MAN or WAN, will be set up among the computers connected in the Mumbai campus? So it is under Mumbai campus only, right? So Mumbai campus here only. Yeah, here Mumbai campus is 42 meter, 58 and all that is under this 100 meters only. So that particular area you can cover with the help of local area network also. So the suggestion is for LAN, local area network. Okay, so this is all about your question paper, which as per my opinion, the question paper, the sample paper is quite easy, and they have here also they have considered the previous pattern, and the number of questions are also the normally same only, and the same type of questions are coming in this sample paper also. So well, we are done with the complete explanation of this sample paper from section A to E, all the things we covered. I hope you are clear with all this stuff, but still if you have doubt, you are free to ask any number of questions, any number of times using the chat option, the message option. So I hope you understood this, and all the very best for your upcoming exams. Thank you. If you like the video, please don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye.